Picture this. Ancient Assyria, around 650 BCE, kings aren't just rulers, they're superstars, and like any superstar, they need to project an image of untouchable power. For the Assyrians, the ultimate status symbol wasn't gold or a giant palace, it was the lion, the king of beasts. Most kings were content with grand lion hunts, a dangerous but clear display of their might. They'd ride out in chariots, bows drawn, and prove their courage by taking down the most fearsome predator in their lands. It was a classic power move. But then came King Ashurbanipal. He looked at the traditional lion hunt and thought, we can do better. We can make this ... bigger. Ashurbanipal wasn't just interested in hunting lions. He wanted to dominate them, to break their spirit and use them as a tool of political theatre. So he ordered his men to capture lions alive. These magnificent animals were caged, deprived of food, and intentionally starved until they were maddened with hunger and rage. But they weren't being prepared for a simple hunt. Ashurbanipal created massive, enclosed arenas. On appointed days, with foreign dignitaries and potential enemies watching from the stands, these starved lions were released. But they weren't set upon by the king alone. Instead, Assyrian soldiers would enter the arena, forming a wall of shields and spears. What followed was a brutal, terrifying spectacle. It wasn't a battle, it was an execution. The weakened, desperate lions would hurl themselves at the disciplined line of soldiers, only to be impaled on spears and cut down. This wasn't about the thrill of the chase or a fair fight. This was a calculated message. Imagine being an ambassador from a kingdom thinking of rebelling against Assyria. You witness this display. You see the animal you consider the embodiment of raw, untamable power, the very king of beasts, being systematically and easily crushed by Ashurbanipal's ordinary soldiers. The message was crystal clear. If this is what our soldiers can do to a lion, imagine what our entire army will do to you. It was psychological warfare at its most primal. It was political messaging delivered with claws and teeth. Ashurbanipal wasn't just killing lions. He was killing the idea that anything could stand against Assyrian might. Today, we can still see this brutal propaganda carved into ancient stone reliefs. These carvings weren't just art, they were a warning, a timeless testament to a king who turned wildlife into a weapon of terror. Thanks for journeying back in time with me. If you enjoyed this dive into ancient history, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next story. See you in the next one.